Hey, yo, what it do, everybody? You already know what time it is. It's consulting time, and we are getting ready to jump in. It is the last Tuesday in February, guys. Why is it? Let me just go there. So why we gotta have the shortest month of the year? Like what? Okay, y'all know I had to go there today. But really and truly, guys, let's definitely understand we are in a great place. This is a time and a season for transition. This is a time and a season for us to really cultivate the things that we need so that we can propel ourselves forward. So, from me to you, let's get busy because March is coming in and we want to be ready to march on in to the rest of the year. All right. So we have two special young ladies here this evening. And it's crazy because the first person we gonna talk to, she was like, you know my cousin. And I'm like, who your cousin, girl? Because you know somebody is always somebody's cousin. Well, needless to say, her biological cousin is actually like a little sister to me. So shout out to Lyrical. And I want to introduce you to Miss Nika LaDean.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. You remember what's happening? I don't know how old you are, but you remember the show What's Happening? Hey, hey,
Don't make me spill my age out. I just
hey,
turned my
baby.
birthday was actually last Sunday. So
Happy
I am
birthday.
just shy of a milestone birthday, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna leave it there. I am
All right
I
now. Well,
am
you look good. You look
thank ya.
good.
Thank ya.
All right. So, Miss Nika LaDean, introduce yourself to the world and then let's talk about what you got going on.
So okay. Well, I'm Nika LaDean. I am Southern Belle, um, born and raised Southern Virginia, like North Carolina border in the country, like population 1,600 people. I am an artist out of the DMV. I live in DC. Shout out to DC. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm a singer songwriter. I've been
Wait,
writing since I
we
was
got
a
to get something
kid.
straight. We got to get something straight real quick. Because when you say Southern Virginia on the border of North Carolina, where?
Lawrenceville, Virginia.
Girl, shout out to Danville and Lawrenceville. All those
Yes.
434s. Yes. Okay.
Yes, all
So
the
you're more
434s.
on the rapids. that way. Okay,
Yeah,
you
like
know
yeah,
I'm
I'm
close
like
to Green.
maybe
I was
like
born close to
20,
Greensboro. Okay, okay,
20, 30
okay,
minutes away
cousin.
from Roanoke Rapids. Yeah.
Okay, cousin.
Okay,
Okay,
cousin.
that's what's up. All right, so Nika, let's dive right into your career and kind of how it all came to be. Were you a poet first or were you a songwriter first? Like, because I know people would say that's synonymous, but everybody that write poetry can't say.
No.
So, which one came first?
So poetry actually came first to me. I started writing poetry when I was really young. Like, I mean, when I was able to write, I was writing poetry. And I remember being in the 6th grade, and we had like a little poetry contest at school, because in the South, when you're in 6th grade, that's still elementary school. Well, it used to be still elementary school. Like, they didn't put us in middle school until later. But I remember I had written this poem, and I don't even remember what the poem was about. But I wrote it, and it won best poem for my entire school. And they
Okay.
put it on like a poster board near the office. And I was like, dang, like this is crazy. Like, I just kind of wrote what was in my mind, and people are feeling it. And so in the 8th grade, and I kept writing. I was like, no, this is obviously something that I'm good at, because anytime you do something, adults are just like, oh my god, that's good. I'm like, yeah,
Yes,
just keep doing it.
absolutely.
And so when I went to the 8th grade, I had a teacher. Shout out to Miss Randolph. Miss Randolph encouraged me. She was like, I would go to school, and I was always a very emotional child, like a very emotional person. And so if somebody hurt me, or if I felt like I needed to get those feelings out, she would always encourage me to write. And she's like, I don't care if it's poetry, I don't care if it's a letter and you got to rip it up, you just write. And so I wrote this poem, and the poem was actually published in a book. And here it is. I am in the 8th grade, and I get this poem published in a book. So yeah, I was writing poetry, and the funny thing is, I was writing poetry, and then I ended up getting a keyboard. And the first song I learned how to play on the keyboard was Sunshine by Babyface. And I remember writing my own, like making up my own melodies to this song.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And so that's when it clicked. It was like, wait, these two kind of go together. Like, somebody had to write the poetry in order to sing the song. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So I guess where we are is, growing up in the areas that we grew up in, you're right. We get hit with a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
We are very intuitive. We are
Mm-hmm.
very emotional,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
very much so. And I think a lot of it is much ado to the fact that we literally experienced a different dynamic relative to the culture. We
Right.
talk about this thing called the culture, but if you
Yeah.
didn't grow up in the places that we grew up, you don't
Mm-hmm.
really understand the culture. So trust me, I get your transition from there to DC, just
Mm-hmm.
like my transition from Danville to Richmond. Like, when you get to different places, it's a culture shock in the same state.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I'm pretty sure, that also pours into your music. So talk to us about the contemporary nature of the R&B that you so eloquently dispense for us.
So growing up, I listened to everything, like everything. I mean, it's amazing how, growing up in the Southern church, going to Baptist church, you listen to the elements of the gospel music that you listen to, and they sound like the country music, and they also sound like the blues that you listen to. And it's like, that's crazy, because blues and gospel and country and rock all kind of sound alike. But for me, R&B has always held this really just special place in my soul. And I can remember being very, very little, and my dad always had vinyls. And my dad still has vinyls. I know, look, I'm at my parents' house now. I'm like, I know they're around here somewhere. But I would always get in the floor and I would play with his vinyls and I would, I'd be like, no, we got to play this one. And he's like, I don't really listen to that one. I'm like, no, you don't understand. We got to play this one. I just wanted to hear what was on every single vinyl. So I, when I started to sing, I never wanted to lose sight of everything that I was hearing in all of those songs and every single um, Frank Beverly and Mays and OJ's and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and all of these different elements. And it amazed me how even outside of R&B, how many other songs stemmed from, or how many even other artists stemmed from just this soul kind of music. Um, so for me, as much as like it's so funny because I have a song that I've written for my album and it's dedicated to my mom. My mom has no idea about it, so I gotta be careful because she's on the other end of the wall. So so I wrote this song, and when I wrote it with an element of country to it
Ooh.
because my mom likes country music. But the more I sing it, the more I'm like, I can't even sing it as a country like singer. It sounds so R&B. I specifically wrote it when I layered it. I was like, this has country layering to it, but when I sing
Okay,
it, you hear
okay.
R&B all over it.
You got some
R-
Chris Stapleton in it.
it goes beyond Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton is just one smooth.
Honey,
Mm,
listen.
mm,
Is he though?
yes,
Whew,
I mean that song. I'm a traveler. Yeah, like
honey,
he's just
I could Tennessee whiskey all day.
yes,
Do
that's
you
such a
understand
blue
what I'm
light basement
saying?
song. Like that is such a southern.
Yes.
Yes, it's so funny because if Johnny Taylor or Tyrone Davis were alive, that would be they would take that song and just straight up blue light
Yes.
basement it out. So
Absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, as much as I try to deviate from that,
Hmm.
it's like I can't get away from this R&B, this contemporary
Okay.
R&B
I
that's
get
in
it.
me.
I get that. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's talk about energy and your latest single, Image, right?
So, Image This Moment is actually not my latest single. My latest single actually came out last Monday.
Oh,
And actually, Image is no longer available for streaming. I actually took it
why?
off of
Why?
um there was a lot of drama that happened behind that song. And so I wanted to make sure that when people heard this song, and not to mention, I can't even lie, I kind of hate the song. Like it's not
Okay,
my
okay.
I can say that because it's it's my song.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wrote it, but I'm not that's probably not one of the best songs that I've ever put out. And I put that song out in an attempt to pull myself out of a funk. But that
Mm.
song was written from a place of anger and hurt. And when you hear it, you would never hear that. But when I wrote it, it was just from a place of anger and hurt.
And whoever it was meant for probably knew that.
Yeah, and what's funny is that
And
I'm just talking about me in the whole song. And the funny thing is the guy who's rapping in the song, he was the one who was throwing shade and he didn't have any issues going on. And it was like,
oh my,
okay, but
okay. Hmm.
but he said everything that I wanted to kind of throw shade at somebody, and he threw like hella shade in this song. But
You got to have an ally. You got to have an ally.
so
Well, what projects are you currently working on?
so I just released a single on last Monday on Valentine's Day. It's called E4L and it stands for
Ew.
Everything for Life.
Oh, I
And
like that.
it is a very sentimental, beautifully written. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it is beautifully written. It's beautiful sonically. It starts out with an acoustic guitar. Shout out to Calvin Williams. It is not synthesized. Calvin Williams played the hell out of this acoustic
I know
guitar.
that's right.
And then the synthesis comes in, like the synthesizers come in, and it's just this beautifully arranged song. Um, and it stemmed from a heartbreak that I went through. Um, and I wrote that specifically because I needed to be able to get my feelings out of how I was feeling in that moment.
Mhm.
Um, that one has also caused a lot of drama, but I mean, that's typical. That's
Absolutely.
typical. Um, After that, I have another single coming out. I'm not gonna single y'all to death, I promise. Um, so I have another single coming out. It is called "Forehead Kisses." And that single, right now, it's scheduled to come out in April. I may be dropping it prior to that, but I'm not sure. And then my entire project will be dropping soon. That is called Nika Redeemed,
Mm.
and
I feel
that's
all of that.
yeah.
I
I
feel all of that. All of it.
yeah,
So it seems I noticed that in every song title, I hear a lot of intentionality. Like
yes,
you truly are providing music therapy for individuals who may be feeling the same thing but can't express it, so they need to hear it through your music so they can walk around singing your song. So I definitely shout you out for that.
thank you.
What is the best advice you've ever been given? It doesn't have to have anything to do about music.
Mm.
I know that deep.
Hmm. So, it's actually a scripture, and
Mm,
it says, actually, it's two. I would say two different things.
let's go.
One of them is a scripture. It's Galatians 6:9, and it says, "Be not weary in well doing, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not give up." And the second thing is actually a tattoo that I have on my back. It says, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you've imagined." And when you think about those two quotes, they're kind of intertwined.
They are.
And it took me, I actually got this tattooed on me, that quote tattoo. It's a Henry David Thoreau quote, but I got it tattooed on me specifically because um, I felt like I had always been trying. I have always felt like a fish out of water. Like um, I have always felt like the rebel
Mm-hmm.
who has always been backed into a corner and almost forced, like, this is the norm and this is what you're supposed to do and this is what everybody else does. And it's kind of like, I don't do what everybody else does. And
Nah,
so,
nah. I'm
yeah,
telling you, it's because of where we come from. I'm telling
right,
you,
right.
it's nobody like if you guys for real. If y'all just checking in, you have to understand. We
Mm-hmm.
straight out of the 434. No matter where we ended up as adults, we straight out of the
Yep.
434. If you did not grow up on the border of Virginia and North Carolina in the areas that we grew up in, you will not understand how we
Mm-hmm.
move. You're just not going to.
Right, right.
Because I don't think people really understand the the traumas associated with growing up in areas that are like the last capital or the Confederacy up and down. It's
I
different.
I'll put it this way. So I was having a conversation. I have a cousin. She and I are the same age. I'm a few months older than her. And I'll just go ahead and give my age. So I just turned 39 last
You look
Sunday.
good. You look good.
Thank you.
That is
So
all of that.
all of it, I was just playing. So but she and I are the same age. And I remember a few years ago when I was living in Texas and I had just come back home to kind of hang out with my family for a week or two.
Absolutely.
And my cousin stopped by. Now, mind you, she and I grew up together, went to the same high school, graduated from high school together. For her, going to Richmond was a vacation.
I know exactly where you coming
You
from.
know, I mean, Danville to Richmond is what, like an hour and a half, maybe two
Well, from
hours.
ooh, from Danville to Richmond, well, legally it's 2.5 hours. For me, I probably can
Yeah,
get there in an hour 45 or 2 hours.
exactly. So for us to get to Richmond, it takes about an hour 15, depending
Yeah,
on, but for
depending on which way
her,
you go
right,
and how
for
many cops out there on
right,
58.
Shout out to Waze because yeah.
Girl, Way save your life, honey. Way save your life. Yes.
But anyway, she and I are same age, but she came over and she heard that I was home and she visited and she was like, "Well, how long are you gonna be here?" And she was excited to see me and she says, so how'd you get here?" And I said, "Well, I flew." And she said, "On a plane?" And I was like, and at first it tripped me out because I was like, did this heifer just act like, and I'm thinking, I wanted to be sarcastic and say, no, I just flapped my arms really fast. And it just, but then it dawned on me, she's never been on a plane. Like she's never experienced some of the things that normal, I wouldn't say normal, I don't want to say that word, some of the things that we experienced, even if we didn't experience them growing up, we kind of venture out and experience them
Understood.
as adults.
Understood.
But it tripped her out that I flew on a plane to get home, or it's just those simple things that we take for granted
Absolutely. It
is
does.
something that somebody in our hometown has never, my grandparents had never, like, prior to them passing away, they had never been on a plane before, they had never swam in the ocean
Oh,
before. You know
understood.
what I'm saying? And they had never been in the ocean. I don't even know if they had ever been in a swimming pool. um
Probably not, because you know how that went. You remember
mhm
they had to swim in the rock quarries and the
mhm
dangerous places and the creeks and stuff. So no, I definitely get it. Guys, Nika LaDean has really dropped some jewels. Make sure you stream E4L today. Nika, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. And also you better check their private chat.
look,
For
okay,
some,
though.
for some drip.
Yes. Got it. But so you can catch me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the only social medias I have because
Okay.
Facebook is just too much for me right now. So I am at Nika LaDean. You can find my music on all music platforms. Right now, Energy. Make sure you stream that if y'all have not heard that. Like, I keep hearing them like, yo, that's a banger. Okay. I'm glad y'all love it. And E for L, which was released last Monday. And yeah, you can hit me up. Like, I'm not one of those people that's diva and won't
I
return
know that's right.
messages.
I don't think we didn't like that. Now some of us did do that, but the majority of us, nah, we
Mm,
coochie, we Gucci, we
nah,
Gucci.
nah.
Nika, for real, this is hello. This is the beginning. I am so excited. Shout out to Lyrical once again.
Yes.
That that's dope. Like I know you great people. Lyrical is super dope. So
Yes.
until the private chat,
Yes.
I'll see you in a minute.
All right, sounds
All
good.
right,
All
bye
right,
bye.
bye.
All right, all right, all right. So we had to switch it up a little bit, but Killa D is here with his chocolate self. So we're gonna bring him out, and I'm gonna fuss at him for being late. I'm about to give you all kinds of problems. Unmute your mic.
I know. I rest off work, man.
Oh
I
well, you
kept
got
telling
a
like, man,
job, so that's all right. Long as you got a job, honey.
yeah. I was like, man, I got this interview at 7. Like, I gotta hurry up and get home, man. I got stuff to do.
Nah, it's
So,
cool. It's cool. I'm glad you were able to make it, but nah, work come first. Work come first. But
what?
let's dive right in because you from Northwest Louisiana.
Yes, yes,
So introduce yourself to everybody and tell us what you got going on.
yes. I go by the name of Killa D. I'm originally from Mendon, Louisiana. Born in Shreveport, Louisiana. An upcoming hip hop artist. A CEO of a clothing brand called Chasing Money Not Fame. Um, I'm a mechanic. uh,
Oh, you
yeah,
be fixing stuff.
yeah, I'll be fixing stuff. Yes,
All right, all right, all right. Okay. So you started your musical journey kind of young.
right.
So let's talk a little bit about that because you had a karaoke machine, from what I understand.
Yeah,
So
man.
talk to us about this karaoke machine and how you
Yeah.
started writing this music.
Man, my grandma bought me that for Christmas, man. My stepsister used to listen to like blues. Um,
Oh,
she listened to hip hop, mainly R&B was her thing. Like I just had an ear for music everywhere, especially my grandparents raised me in Louisiana, so I had to listen to, like blues and like the older stuff. So I have an old soul.
I
So
get that. I definitely get that.
yeah.
I get it.
So when I started it, I mean, I didn't I listened to a lot of Tupac because it was more of like what I grew up against, like listening to. Because I was all into like poetry, and I took
Mhm.
art classes too. A lot of people don't know. Like I took art school in high school. I took like art classes 1 through 6. I tried to get out of it, but you have one of those teachers that actually see some potential in you.
They
That
say,
yeah, so they kept me in that, and I took like art 1 through 6. I learned how to draw like sculptures, people. Even in high school, I should draw like cartoon characters, and I used to be the one. I was the one that was drawing like Buzz Bunny, Lola Bunny, Tweety Bird. Like people used to come to me,
oh,
and
you took it back. I know
yeah,
that's right. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I used to be doing that, man. So I mean, I'm a jack of all trades.
So you went to school for auto mechanics, right?
Yes,
And so it now is that what you do right now?
yes,
And
yes.
you love it?
Yeah, I was up on it was other than sports, it was always music and cars.
What sport you play?
I played basketball, I played football, I ran track, and what was the last one? And I was in I said baseball, basketball, track. I did football too.
Okay.
So
Mm. Well, I mean, all right. Now let's get this straight. Did you play or did you play?
I
Because
was
you
I
know
was saying
that's two different things.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I played. I was on second string, so I'm not gonna be like, yeah. I started. I
Oh,
started.
what? But you all right. At least you go
Yeah,
third. You
yeah, yeah.
okay? Okay.
I say
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I'm never gonna sugarcoat or just sit up and lie. Nah, it ain't.
That's right. Okay.
I keep it real with you.
So let me get. So you be out there working on the cars. You be singing and rapping and carrying on.
Right. Yeah. My grandfather was my teacher in
You
college.
don't be like this, dude. Because you know this
Nah.
how mechanics do. You know that's how they used to do it back in the day.
No, man. My grandpa was my instructor in college. He taught for 30 years, and he
Oh
was
my.
working on cars for 40.
Oh, you come from some good stock, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Make that big money, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So growing up in Louisiana, you use your music to express yourself. How would you describe your sound though?
um, Different. I don't sound like anybody else. I keep like my same tone, depending on
Okay.
like how I feel. Obviously, depending on however you feel. You can sound different on different songs and everything. But
Absolutely.
I'm me. I don't try to sound like anybody. I don't intend to. So I just honestly just be me. I be true to myself.
I know
So
that's right.
right.
And then you started the brand Chasing Money, Not Fame.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to us a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
It was carried on after one of my friends that died in 2017. He had a brand called Keep the Fame, Cash the Check. So I just, came out with something, that's pretty much catchy, chasing money, not fame, which I'm not, self-explanatory. I'm not in it for the fame, but it was based on like a round of like different artists, photographers, videographers, DJs, like different people, that's, kind of like a team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, if you're checking in, we rocking out with Killa D out the
Hey.
Northwest Louisiana. And he got a little Houston funky tone to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they don't picked up on since I've been living here, but nah, you made me mad. Then the Louisiana come out. Then I keep that
Well, I don't
tucked
plan
away.
on making you mad because
No, I know, but
look, we turn up this way, but
yeah,
y'all turn
it's
all
it
the
is
way up.
it's usually like that, or usually like if I'm turning up, then yeah, it'll come out. Then it'll come out. Y'all really hear my accent then.
I got it. I got it. So, what do we need to be looking for from Killa D?
um, man, what? It's like the question I should ask myself: what haven't I accomplished?
Oh,
And I don't say I say that to toot my own horn because me being where I'm from, from a small city, and me the only
mhm.
person doing like something musically, I've accomplished so much. I've been co-signed by DJ coalitions.
Yes, yes.
I've won awards like from 2017 all the way up to 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, both of my singles are on Pandora Radio, which is hard to get on. Just by every DJ in almost every market either heard of me or they do know me, and that's no fabrication on that. um, I do have a plaque coming. I'm about to be in a mini series coming. Like I got so much.
Wow. Cause yeah, I was looking at that. You're gonna be acting and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So I definitely, the first thing that struck me was that smile. I was like, oh, but
Yeah.
in the hustle and bustle and moving around and doing this and
Yeah,
doing that,
cause
and you got lines of people, and I'm just like, oh, these people want to talk to me.
yeah, cause it was like so many people, which I'm glad he got a chance to do that. Cause half of those people that was in the room, a lot of people scared to network, and me, I don't mind. Child, I'll come to your
Oh
face
yeah,
and
you
network.
weren't
So
scared. You was like, no, look, you might not get me while you in Houston, but you gonna get me one day. I'm like, yes, sir. Yes,
yeah, that's
sir.
always been the thing. And I guess, like my smile and my persistence and determination with people, that's what draw people to me that wanna, actually like work
Absolutely.
with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I don't be scared to, come in that work. Cause I mean, how else you
But
gonna
we
get
know.
out? You can't be scared.
If don't nobody else know, I know. But it's all
Right.
good. I'm glad. I'm really glad to have met you. I'm actually going to be back out that way this weekend, but I'll be in Dallas. So,
Okay, okay,
matter of
okay.
fact, you know what? I'll send you because you might be able to come to that event. Shout out to your media bay. She's doing an entertainment and press day. Were you familiar with that?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll
I've
pass it
heard
on
of
to
it.
you.
I've
It
heard
may
of it
be
because
something you want to tap into.
okay, yeah, I'm always willing to travel and man, gain more contacts, everything. I'm always willing to, especially come down to media, because that's what half these artists sleep on, man. Like
Absolutely. You are
the
so
media,
right.
the media for one, and because I mean, all the sports is good exposure. The media, the radio stations, and the DJ. Those the main three people I firmly stay networking with.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, all right, we're gonna have some fun. So, I got
Uh,
philosophical with Nika, but I'm gonna have some fun with you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Timberlands or sneakers?
I'm a sneakerhead.
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
sneak. Yeah, I'm a big sneakerhead, man. But my grandfather, he always. But I had Nikes like every 2 weeks, so I'm big on Nikes. Not really Jordans, but Nikes all day.
Yeah, I can do it with a Nike, but I ain't.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. In your next life,
Hmm.
you're going to have to be reincarnated as a vehicle, but you get to choose what car. What make
Ooh.
and model of car will you pick and why?
I already know the answer to that one.
A Chevelle?
My which would be my that's the first car my grandfather had when we drove us around.
For
So we did have one.
real?
Yeah, we had one of those. I remember like it was yesterday. It was yellow. It was yellow because it was me and my
Get
two
out of
uncles and
here.
my cousin. Yeah. I think it was a
Wow.
I think his the one we had was a 64. I think. Don't get me mistaken, but
It
yeah.
probably was, and it was yellow. Oh, trust
Yeah.
me. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Don't sleep. Don't
That
sleep.
would be
I know.
that would be my grandpa's. Mine
Okay.
mine would be, which was my first car, would be a '89 Chevy Caprice, original box,
Ooh.
fuel injected. That was my first car when I was going to college. That was my
Okay.
first car, period. So yeah, I would go back, and if I had a chance, because the marketing price on it went higher. They're hard to find.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
very valuable now.
And
So
you know what's so crazy?
yeah,
I wanted
now
a pink and turquoise one. I wanted it. I wanted it swiped ombre, pink and turquoise.
Oh,
Like,
you wanted okay, so you wanted like a rally stripe, or you wanted like because man in Louisiana, but they man we did like so much. Some people had like back then they had it like M&M's, Cheetos.
yes, yes. We
Um,
had some guys back home. And that's all they did. That's
yeah,
all they did was trick out the vehicles. And so I
man.
come from that. My brother and my father, my brother still, he just got another El Camino. So trust me, I get it.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
growing up,
yeah,
all I knew was
yeah,
daddy, kick it. I want to hear the four barrels open up. Like I'm
yep.
telling you,
Want to
I'm
hit the
telling
pipe?
you. So
Yeah, want to hit
yeah.
the pipes and
And my dad had a Bonneville too. So like it was
oh
real.
yeah, my grandpa had one of them too.
Yeah.
I
You
remember
want no
all
OG
them,
if
man.
you ain't had no Bonneville. You want no
I
OG.
still, matter of fact, I still got the picture of it because my grandfather sent it to me. Like last month sometime. So I'm gonna send you a picture of it. Man, I'm
Please,
the exact
please.
color like it was. Man,
Yes.
that's
Listen,
definitely
y'all, we supposed to be talking about Killa D
that definitely
music. And we really out here on these car
yeah.
kicks. But you know something? It's something about a car enthusiast. Like you guys are so disciplined. And I say you guys because I know cars, I love cars, but
Right.
my brother can just look at a car and lose his daggone mind. Like I look at it and be like, oh
Yeah.
no. But he can hear it and be like, oh, that's a 69
It don't sound
Corvette.
right.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
But now
And that's
motorcycles, I
me.
might can tell you what it
But
is.
if you grew up around them like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
then like you would know. And me, not now, I can just spot and tell you like what kind of car like ahead of that's ahead of us or whatever. Or I can just pretty much guess. So if you probably just drive a Nissan or something. Like I can just spot like a certain symbol or whatever that they may have, or tell you exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot come with it, man. Between knowing man the problems, but it gets even trickier. Just trying to fix them, man. You really, it's like dangerous. You really gotta know what you're doing.
You do. You really, really
Yeah,
do.
like that's what lifting the cars up. That's what fixing them. Fixing brakes. Like because like you got other people's lives in your hands, and
That's what, and
it's
people don't think about it like that. I think, you know, something. It's so interesting to me. A lot of mechanics turn truck drivers, and a lot of truck drivers turn mechanics.
cannons. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I've noticed that.
I
But
can't.
before,
I,
no, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
can't see. I can't. Now I was just thinking like I can't see my. I don't know. I guess because it's just in me. Even sometimes, like I have my moments, like I'll get tired of it, but I can't see myself just staring away from it because I've been up under it, been doing it so long. Because my first job when I moved here to Houston was like I worked at a shop, so I've been working at shops. I worked at a couple of dealerships since then.
Okay.
I got like 10 certificates and like dealing with automotive. So
Let's go,
it's
automotive. Yo,
yeah.
musical mechanic head.
And I mean, hey, I gotta use what I gotta use, to invest
Absolutely.
into myself. So
What
yeah.
she's what the girl say? Use what you got to get what you want. All right, before we close out, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, and then I got one more for you.
Gotcha. You can find me on Instagram, the real Killa D 713 _ Twitter Killa D 713, SoundCloud I am Killa D 713, and go get my single "Pop It" featuring Louisiana Cass and Knifewood Judy, streaming everywhere, and it's on 3 TV stations: Swissville, Pennsylvania, Atlanta, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, and it's about to hit BET Jams and NTV
Okay.
Jams and Revolt.
Let's go, Memphis, Georgia, all over the place. Okay, worldwide. All right, now to take
Yes.
you out, strawberries or bananas?
I blame my grandma. That's all I got to say. Cause bananas, my grandfather ate too much banana pudding. Man, I got tired of it. So bananas is out the tree.
I'm
But you'll be
done.
surprised. you be surprised at the stuff I got. Like I can't eat no more, like candy yams, banana pudding, meatloaf. I can't like I don't care, and I get tired of people. Oh, well, I fix it this way. Oh, you ain't try. No, man, no means
No,
no. I,
trust me. I know. I know. Oh, mine the bomb, nah. And I'm quick to tell somebody my mama don't do it like that. I'm not eating yours because that ain't
right,
natural.
and I don't eat everybody cooking either.
You ain't supposed to. You know we were taught that you're not supposed to eat
Right,
everybody's
everybody
stuff.
can't cook, man.
Can you cook?
But
Because you
strawberry,
always talk
I love
about the children can't
strawberry.
cook. Can you cook?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
my grandma
okay.
ain't play that.
Because you can't be running your mouth about the children can't cook if you can't
Yeah,
cook.
nah, my grandma ain't play that. I was the kid. How I learned, how I learned how to cook was my grandma. Here, baby, go give me 3 eggs. Here, bring me this, bring me that. That's how I
Uh-huh.
learned how to cook and watch her. I mean, like homemade stuff. I
That's
mean,
what I'm saying.
homemade
Ain't no
dressing.
recipe. You just throwing stuff in there.
Yeah,
So, and as you
yep.
grow, you know what? And kudos and shout out to your grandparents because clearly they did a daggone great job. You're
Thank you.
working, doing your thing, and also doing the music and well spoken. So we definitely salute you. This is just the beginning. I know we're gonna be crossing paths. So
Right.
we'll definitely stay tapped in. And I will holler at you in a little bit. I'm be waiting for my car. That's
I
all I'm
got you.
saying. All
I
right.
got you.
All right. Go get some rest and get back at it tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Good night. All right, y'all. That was Killa D straight out. So Killa D was at the Loud Music Press Junction in Houston. And like I said, you know, it was so many people there. I mean, it was lines of people. I'm like, oh, y'all want to talk to me? It was kind of dope or whatever. Killa D was one of the individuals that was like, when I was over it, I was just over it, like, I'm ready to go. But he came, he was like, listen, all right, email you gonna get me on. And lo and behold, we were able to get him on. So shout out to Killa D. Definitely supporting and rocking with you. Now, finally, we're gonna bring Miss Stephanie Adler out. And what a way we're gonna close out tonight's show. We're gonna talk to Steph a little bit about her music, but she brought somebody else with her. So I feel like she ready to turn us up. What's up,
Actually,
Stephanie?
hello.
Where's the strategist?
Where is the strategist? He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Oh, okay. Well, introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Stephanie. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm from Miami.
M-I-M-I-M-I-A.
Yes. Right now I'm in Orlando.
Okay.
I'm in the city beautiful right now, chilling. But I sing, I write, I perform. I can all the arts. I like to draw. I like to all of it. Anything
Yeah.
artistic.
Okay. Okay. And when did
Mm-hmm.
this journey begin for you?
Whew. Well, since I was really, really little, like baby little, like I could always remember my mom and my aunt singing and dancing and listening to all the Latin music we used to listen to, like Celia Cruz. Um, so it basically began from there, from my family and just doing it at home, and then it got to like writing. I think I was in fifth grade. I wrote a song, I remember, and I remember I taught it to one of my friends in fifth grade. She had moved away, and I didn't see her till like it was my sophomore year in high school. And I had like totally forgot about it. But I remember being in science class with her, and she's like, "Hey, do you remember this?" And she started singing the song, and I was just like, "What?" Just crying, like, is this really happening right now? Like somebody actually like remembered my song, so it just like was strong from then on. I always did chorus. I was on dance teams. um I sang for the church too. I won first in the church, first in Orlando, first in Florida. I went to nationals. I didn't win nationals, but I went. um and just continued from then on, just keep trying to write and sing. And then now I'm with Afimi Music, and they've helped me like just
I saw that. I saw
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So, all right, reggaeton, reggae, R&B, pop, like you literally can transition like so flawless. But what is it like working with Callie Ranks? And I see Chris Brown is on the song with you.
Yes. Oh, Cali Ranks is so much fun because it's just always good vibes.
Okay.
That's the whole team's just always good vibes, just positive. So it's always fun like that. And then when he's like, "Do you want to do some background vocals for the Chris Brown?" I was like, "What?
Yes. All of that, baby.
Yes!"
All of that.
I was
All
so
of that.
happy. Yes.
Look,
And
we
he's
said
got
we
me.
snatching up everything. All of it.
Yes, and he's got me on a lot of nice features with a whole bunch of other artists too. So it's just been great since. It's been awesome.
So tell us what music really, what does it mean to you and what does it do for you?
Oh, it's all just feeling. What does it do for me? It heals too. It definitely heals for me. Um, you could be sad, mad, angry, whatever. You put that type of music on, whatever that you need at the moment, and it's gonna heal you. So I feel like music is really healing. I don't know, like you can feel it in your heart, especially if you're hearing something you like. It's a different vibe.
Indeed, indeed. So tell us about Peligrosa.
Oh, Peligrosa. Okay, it's a dangerous woman. So she's basically just fed up with being just in a bad relationship, and now she's gonna go be dangerous. I mean, it happens to women. Like they're like, okay, you know what, I don't care about love anymore, I'm just gonna go do whatever it is I want to do, that I wanted to do or could continue to do, or whatever it is. It's just like one of those songs, it's like she's had enough. She's dangerous now, and it happens. She'll find love again for
But
sure.
yeah, it does. It does. Indeed. Okay. Okay. So guys, y'all got to check out Peligrosa. Now listen, when you
Definitely.
listen to it, don't get too crazy. Get a little crazy, but don't get too crazy. Don't turn all the way up.
That's
Because you
it.
know them acronyms are real out here. So don't turn all the way up.
Yeah, don't
I'm
take
just
it.
saying. That's
It's so
all I'm
true.
saying. The acronyms are real. And I ain't talking about COVID either. That's all I'm saying.
So right.
Well, all right. So Stephanie, you've done a lot of stuff in the music industry. So if you could change anything about the industry though, what would it be?
Whoo, there's like
Oh,
a lot of things that I
oh, I
would
know, girl.
change.
Tell me.
Okay, like I feel like I would let, like Afimi does, let a lot of the power lie in the artist's hands. Let the artists be themselves. If you want to go and make an artist and make somebody, and somebody's cool with that, whatever. But us out here that are really making songs for the heart, for other people to heal, you gotta let us be us. Kind of like also the way women are treated. I love how I'm treated here at Afimi. I love how like the label runs everything, and I know that there's women out there and that aren't being listened to or heard. It's kind of hard being a lady out here in the industries, in any business.
Listen, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's
Yeah,
real. It's
it
real
is.
because you never really know what the intent is.
Exactly.
You never really actually know. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And so you have to almost fight for people to understand, look, player, I'm not about that life. Don't play with me.
Right.
Don't play with me. So
Right.
I
Right.
definitely I understand that. But I'm glad you're in a great space. I'm so, 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 so glad.
Thank you. Oh, me too, man. I'm
Absolutely.
blessed.
So what do we have to look forward to from you, darling?
My album's gonna come out. It's called the Gemini. So around Gemini season, we're gonna drop the album. You'll have your visuals, you'll have the videos, the photos, and everything. It's gonna be so much fun.
Okay.
I really can't wait because I know everybody's been waiting such a long time, but I've been hoarding all my music. I've been like, I want it to be perfect, and it's getting there. So around my birthday, so June 5th, the Gemini season, it's coming. Definitely.
Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay. So Stephanie, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Okay, so you can find me definitely on Afimi Music Records, on anything like in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have our website. You can find me, Stephanie Adler, on Facebook. Instagram has Stephanie Adler 0, the same as
Got
Twitter.
it.
Uh-huh. And through Cali Ranks and stuff too. He posts everybody's things.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. All right. So it's your time to give other independent artists some words of wisdom. Let it go.
Words of wisdom: do not give up, of course. Stand
Yes.
for something. Like our label, we're not just, doing music and so we're literally standing for something. We got GGL Innocent Edition, GGL's Gangsters Gone Legit. Like, let's do it right out here. Uplift the youth. It's about the youth. They're the next thing.
Yes.
We got, like I'm wearing right now, Genetically Resilient. Big up to Vic
Oh, I
Reedy.
like
Big
all
up to
of
all of our
that.
people. We just a lot of bigging up young kids. We gotta really, really stand up and
And we
do
do.
stuff for the
We
young
do.
kids.
Because we do. Indeed. Oh, wow. Stephanie, thank you. Shout out to MJ for always bringing the dope, the dopest of the dope through, the dopest of the dope.
Thank
It's been real. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep bringing us that melodic music, girl. Because we just do
Thank you.
something to your
I
whole
got you.
soul.
I got you. The next one's gonna have a lot of English songs on it that I know you guys are gonna love too.
Yes. Well, until the next time, thank you all. But Stephanie, thank you for coming through,
Thank you,
bringing
Mama.
joy, jewels, and justice, guys. You
Joy,
already
Juice,
know.
and Justice.
Yes, we're always bringing you the best creatives, the biggest innovators, and so many visionaries. We love you. We thank you. Happy BH month, everybody. We're almost at the end. Have a good night.